Welcome to my September update. Chills in the air, and it's good to be back into the jackets after 3 or 4 months. For all the action that we saw in the first 8 months of 2019, September was a little bit stale month by those standards. So for this update, we'll go over the economic developments, we go over the index returns, and I'll mention a few key events that we need to keep an eye out for. So with the economic developments, we'll start with the US data. Now, despite what Mr. Trump might have you believe, the impact of tariffs is starting to show up. The first sign was the drop in the ISM manufacturing index, which dropped below 50. Might be this was one of the reasons, one of the data considerations when Fed came with their second rate cut for 2019. Tariffs are also showing up in the inflation data, which saw the bond yields tick up. Put that in the context of the Fed dot plot that we saw and the surprising positive uptick in the US surprises index. And I think it's my opinion that the Fed might be done for any rate cutting for 2019. Go across the pond, the tariffs are also eating into the German exports, and the ECB came up with a rate cut from minus 0.4 to minus 0.5. And they restarted the QE program with no terminal date. Now with that kind of backdrop, if you look at what's going on in Canada, we seem to be a very resilient economy on its own. And probably that's supported by the demographic and the immigration that we are seeing in the country. For the past 12 months, there were 471,000 jobs created, which is the best 12 months on record going back to 2003. So how did this reflect in the index returns? Well, the bonds gave up some of the returns, the earliest gains we have seen earlier in the year. Golds and equities are trending sideways. Now, I said this was a stale month on the economic side. That didn't mean that there wasn't any action on the political side. First, we had the Saudi oil facilities attacked, and nobody can figure out yet how it was so successful of an execution. And secondly, we had the US Congress start impeachment motion proceedings against President Trump. Now, so far, no sitting US president has been impeached. So what happens in the US in the next few weeks will definitely keep the politics interesting. On the same lines, we have the Canadian federal elections come up on October 21st. So I urge you, I implore you, I request you, whatever your political affiliations, take a time out to go out and vote and express that freedom to choose the political government that you wish seen represented in Ottawa. So there is a lot of things that Canadians are thankful for, and one being the right to vote, and the other thing is living in this beautiful country. And Thanksgiving's around the corner, so express your gratitude. I express my gratitude to all my viewers and supporters for all your kind comments and for watching my videos and supporting me. That's all I have for my September update. Halloween's around the corner, and I'll be back in November with a spooky Halloween update. See you then. Bye for now.